there in dead center.
Yeah, I see.
All right, so here we are for our first Vodcast. This is PJ, Pastor James.
This is Stroh Snyder here with you guys. Just excited to see where this thing goes, and kind of want to, kind of be obedient to what God's put on our heart to do for this Vodcast. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. What we're looking to get out of this is for you guys, the students, looking to see how you guys can be ministered to most effectively. Have you guys send in questions, answer those questions. Just speak to you from the heart, speak to you from the Word of God, which isn't in front of us right now. But when we do this, we'll have the Bible and we'll crack it open and we'll just kind of explore. And we just want another avenue for you guys to be encouraged and equipped. Just another path that you guys can grow. And I know this has been on our heart for a little while.
Yeah.
We want to see what God does with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think one of the things like we were talking about offline is, we're moving to a time and place in our culture where kids will are more likely to view something through a video than they are to take the time to read something. So, the easier that we can make it for kids to be, captivated by the Word of God or experience that, we want to do that. And I think that, in doing that, you're providing another avenue for kids to be reached, and just excited to see where that goes. And another thing, we talked about answering kids' questions. A lot of times when you're in a position as being a pastor to a growing church, you get a lot of questions, but a lot of times you don't have the one-on-one time that you need to answer those questions. So I think having the ability to take the time and make this personal and highlight kids' questions that they have about their walk with Christ or maybe about making a decision for salvation, you have the opportunity to do that in this type of setting. So. Yeah,
and we'll keep it fresh, and sometimes we'll come in, and maybe most of the time, because this is going to be new to us, but we're on this journey with you. As I've heard someone say, a wise person say, we might be building the plane a little bit as we fly this thing, but maybe we'll have some, a big idea as we come in, for the Vodcast, and then we'll just kind of touch on that for, a handful of minutes, and then we'll go to your questions. And so maybe we'll kind of let this be a two-part thing where we're sharing something that God's laid on our heart.
Absolutely.
And then we're gonna go to you because everybody's at different levels in their walk with Jesus and in their journey or in their curiosity, discovering who Jesus is and what is this, and the Bible and those kind of things. So yeah, this is going to be great, and we're going to have a lot of fun while we do it too. I think it's going to be kind of low key as well. I'm sure it'll have some serious tones to it at times, but it's a joy to follow Jesus, and it's fun. So we're going to keep it lighthearted. And we want to see you guys encouraged, and so that you can go out and you can encourage someone else, and that's kind of the big deal. Jesus made it really clear: disciples who make disciples, followers who make other followers, and kind of that's why we're here. That's our heart, and we're gonna have a lot of fun while we do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love the fact that it becomes, like you're saying, a more intimate thing, a more low-key thing, because now you're creating an opportunity for kids to put a name, a name with a face, and by doing that, we've done these devotionals now for, we were just talking about earlier, 2 years now. So in doing that, now you're allowing kids to see, man, that's the face that's writing that, and not only is that how they write, but that's how they live, and that's how their life is represented for Christ. And I think that can be an encouragement, and definitely something that kids see as sincerity and an authenticness, not only for us, but for motivation for their lives to live for Christ.
And it gives you guys a voice.
Yeah.
Now you get a voice, kind of it's on your terms, because you're whether it's texting us or emailing us questions and saying, hey man, this is where I'm at, and this is what I'm struggling with, or hey, this is what God's done. And we want to hear your celebration stories just as much as we want to hear their struggles. I mean, because the power of testimony, the power of testimony, which is, what did Jesus do? What has Jesus done in my life or in someone else's life? The power of testimony, is just, we just never know how God will use that.
Absolutely.
How many times have we heard, wow, I didn't know that someone else struggled with that, until they shared their testimony, their Jesus story, and how Jesus moved in. And a lot of times we just think, I'm the only one going through this, and nobody else has experienced this. And the world or the devil likes to let us think that, you know, we're different in that way. That because if he can get you to think that you're different, you're the only one going through this, well then he's halfway to getting you to think that you're not going to be able to get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's the big picture, you know. But you know, if you know someone else has been there and has come out on the other side because of Jesus, well then you know that if he did that for them, well then he can definitely do that for you. And that's the big thing. So you know, all these kind of things, just super excited. And I think God's gonna use our time together,
Yeah.
you know, in a powerful way. So,
Yeah, I really feel that too. You know, you think about this thing being, you know, having the opportunity to talk about a topic or something that, you know, a lot of kids are dealing with at a certain time, and then maybe, you know, cover some questions. But at the same time, you know, like you're saying about the testimony, man, that's huge. Like now you're given an opportunity to showcase and highlight a kid's testimony, and to allow kids to understand that they're not the only one that's going through that. And by, you know, kids sitting in class and viewing this and watching, you know, us talk about a kid that's going through a tough time, but how God helped them get through, man, how much easier it would be to create a conversation by viewing that and then seeing that person in the hallway and saying, man, I saw your testimony, I heard the pastors talking about it, and it's really awesome, and that the conversations that will create from here. So it's really great.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe you get interviews and you
Yeah.
pull, you know, we grab a student up here because we want students to hear from students.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we think just God works through adults, or, you know, I have to wait till I get to a certain maturity level, whether that be physically or spiritually,
Right.
and then God can use me, and that's, you know, that's just not true. And we want you to know that, no, man, God is moving in the lives of students. We hear it all the time. I
100%.
mean, how many times the students texting us, sitting down with us over coffee,
All the
knee to
time.
knee, eye to eye,
Yeah.
and they're telling us, man, this is what Jesus did, and this is what he said to me, and how their friends are touched, or let's be real, how their parents are touched,
Yeah.
how their siblings are touched, and how God has used them. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're not here to showcase
Yeah.
PJ and
Yeah.
you know, Pastor James and Daniel, but we're here to showcase Jesus
I
and
think-
what he does.
I think when you experience a lot of those stories too at the same time, man, when you're in the moment, you're like, man, I wish I wasn't the only one hearing this. You know, you want other people to hear about this, and you know, like you're saying, it's so important that, you know, we allow you guys to see this as an opportunity for you, not, you know, not us. We want to come alongside you and help you reach who God is calling you to be, and I think it's going to be a powerful thing.
Yeah, so we don't know if you're seeing this, it means we've decided to put this out there, and that means the video, at least the audio quality was decent. But we're here at Racer X Studios in Morgantown, West Virginia, and we're just trying this out, and they have been welcoming and generous enough to say you can use this space, and so here we are,
So
trying
cool.
it out, and we'll see what God does with this time and this space, and these moments that we get to share together. But here we are, and can't wait till we can do this on a consistent basis with y'all. I just said y'all, Jersey boy, New York guy, just said y'all. So anyway,
It is West
I've been
Virginia,
here
so.
20 years, so
Yeah.
but I've been grafted in. I've been
That's it.
I've been
That's
transformed.
it.
But
That's it.
so there you go. There we have it. We love you guys, and can't wait to see what God does in you and through you.
God
That's all I
bless.
got.
Absolutely.
Amen.